Okay, let's be honest for a second. Hitting that record button can be pretty intimidating, right? You're scrolling through your feed and it feels like everyone else has it all figured out. But what if I told you it's not some big secret? It's a formula, a repeatable, proven way to crack the TikTok code. So let's dive right in. At the end of the day, it really all comes down to this one question. And I can tell you right now, it's not about getting lucky. It's definitely not about having the most expensive camera gear. It's about understanding the psychology, the science of what makes someone stop that endless scroll and actually listen to what you have to say. And that's exactly what we're going to break down today. So if it's not luck or gear, where should you put your effort? Well, a massive study from Nielsen found that the single biggest driver of success is the creative quality of the video itself. It's responsible for nearly half of all sales lift from ads. That's right, 49%. Let that sink in. The creative isn't just a part of the strategy, it is the strategy. And that leads us perfectly into our first section here, because making a truly good TikTok, well, it's about so much more than just chasing views. It's about building a real connection that leads to actual, tangible results. And the data on this is just staggering. I mean, look at this. 73% of users say they feel a deeper connection to brands they see on TikTok. And that feeling, it turns into real action. A whopping 67% of users say the content actually inspires them to shop, even when they had no intention of buying anything. That's the power we're talking about. All right, so how do you actually do it? How do you create that magic? Well, it's not some mysterious art form. We're going to break it all down into a super simple 3-part formula that you can use for pretty much any video you want to make. And here it is. It's this simple. Step 1, the hook. This is all about grabbing attention in those first few crucial seconds. Step 2, the validator. This is where you prove that your product, your idea, whatever it is actually valuable. And step 3, the call to action, or CTA. You have to tell people exactly what you want them to do next. The hook, the validator, the CTA. That's the whole framework. So let's start by digging into what is, without a doubt, the most important piece of this whole puzzle, the hook. I'm telling you, those first 6 seconds, they aren't just important. They literally determine everything else that happens. And I'm not just being dramatic here. The research is crystal clear. Ads that have a strong hook don't just do a little better. They get double the engagement. And check this out, a 43% jump in purchase intent. So yeah, getting this first part right, it's an absolute game changer. So what's the secret to a hook you just can't scroll past? It really comes down to one thing, authenticity. You have to forget about that slick, overproduced corporate feel. On TikTok, real always wins. Now this is fascinating. The data here just completely flips old school advertising on its head. It turns out videos with everyday, relatable people are 1.7 times more likely to hook someone in. But using a celebrity, it can actually backfire, causing a 13% drop in how long people watch. Viewers want someone they feel like they can trust, like a friend giving them a recommendation. And you can actually create that feeling of trust with a few really simple filming choices. Have your talent talk directly into the camera, like they're on a video call with a friend. Film in a personal space, a kitchen, a bathroom, a bedroom. It feels so much more intimate. And a great trick is to start by asking the viewer a question. It pulls them right into the conversation from the very first second. This is so important when you think about your brand in that hook. The old method of just slapping a big logo on the screen, it's a view killer. It can drop your view-through rate by 14%. The new way is to make your brand the hero of the story itself. Weave it in naturally. When you do that, you get a 1.5x boost in hooking power and a 20% lift in purchase intent. It's a huge difference. Okay, so you've got the strategy down, but what about actually making the video? Let's talk about some really simple ways to upgrade your production quality that don't cost a fortune. Seriously, I want you to get the idea of a professional studio out of your head. You don't need it. The biggest difference between something that looks amateur and something that looks professional comes down to just 2 things: good, clear audio and clean lighting. If you can nail those 2, you are 90% of the way there. So it's all about making small, smart investments. For audio, a cheap little clip-on mic like the Boya M1 Pro 2 will instantly make you sound way more credible. For lighting, a basic ring light like this newer one gets rid of those ugly shadows and grainy video. And for stability, something like a Joby GorillaPod means no more shaky, distracting footage. These simple tools just signal quality and make people take you more seriously. All right, let's move on to our final section and bring this all together with 5 concrete, proven ideas that you can literally go film today. Think of this as your cheat sheet for when you're feeling stuck. So here are 5 formats to get you started. You can jump on a trending sound or a popular challenge. You can structure your video as a simple problem/solution story. You can offer really useful tips and hacks. You can do a classic product demo, or you can create some buzz with an unboxing video. Just pick one and run with it. And that brings us right back to that final critical step of our 3-part formula, the call to action. Honestly, a video without a strong CTA is like telling an amazing story and then just walking away. You've held their attention, so don't just let it go. You have to tell them where to go next. And this illustrates the difference perfectly. A weak CTA like and follow. It's just background noise at this point. Nobody even hears it anymore. But a strong CTA, it's specific and it's relevant. So instead of like and follow, try follow to see part 2 of this. Instead of just saying, thanks for watching, ask a question like, let me know in the comments if this has ever happened to you. You're inviting them into a real conversation, not just signing off. So there you have it. You have the science of what works, the 3-step formula to put it into action, and the simple tools to make it all look and sound great. You literally have the entire blueprint. The only question left is, what are you going to create first?